Hello, Johnny London here once again. Now, I've of course had everything squirreled away over the winter, both inside the cabin and some stuff around the back. You won't have noticed any gap in the sort of production of the cabin because I've been uploading all the videos throughout the winter and just sort of cracking on like that, and now I'm back on it, so hopefully we'll go seamlessly. Last week's one that you'll have seen would have been sort of, you know, just before the bad weather hit. This week, of course, we're through all that bad weather, so I can get cracking once again. I make a start by clearing this little lot. This is a canopy made up out of old pallets and is a remnant of the old shed or cabin. I'll be rebuilding this section in a much better way and using it for the main part of my storage. Well, as you can see, I've used up most of the wood from my sort of wood store over the winter, so that's empty now, so I can use that temporarily while I clear everything out of there. It's going to be a bit like switching stuff around and about, but I think I can just about logistically manage it while not leaving everything out in the rain. I'll tell you what, that was handy. I was waiting for a delivery and sure enough, here it is. But you would not believe the prices of this stuff. I've got 2 packs, 10 pieces each, 2x4 metre. It's treated redwood, so it's like decent stuff. 100 quid a pack. These pallets have served me well over the years and I'll still be able to reuse them for one last time as firewood. But I'd put it together a bit better than I'd realised. That's my neighbours. They build things out of pallets too. As you can see, the back part of this was previously something that I just sort of knocked up out of pallets. Lasted a really long time actually, but I'm clearing everything now. I'm going to do it properly. I've even got some really good new slabs instead of the sort of cobbled together bits that I had there previously. I've got to say, it does feel great to be out here again, doing something physical instead of sitting at the computer like a little mouse all winter. Well, there's plenty to clear out in here too, but for now, all I need is this. I'll remove this large block of wood, this bit of slab, and this bit. Right, well what I'm going to do there is I'm just going to sort of cut the ground level, and the bits I sort of cut off I'll use the sort of shoving at the other end. I've got a couple of bags of gravel, a couple of bricks as well, but I don't want to disturb the ground more than I need to because it's already well compacted, so I'll sort of just do the minimum that I need to do just to get it level enough for the slabs to go on.
These bricks help bolster up the level at the lower end of the plot, but don't worry, I'll be improving them in a minute. I'll bring out the new slabs.
£8 a throw.
I seat these on a gravel bed, as they need to be a bit higher anyway. Spot on. The first slab goes down, no bother at all.
That's one. Right, not going too bad at all actually, that's nice and level, almost exactly meets up at the other end. I've got a little gap here, which is just where these old slabs that I reused had previously been cut for something else. That's not going to cause me a problem. I'll make sure that a joist underneath runs here and not here obviously, and that should be just about okay. But I've got one more piece to cut over here, it's like a half slab, and I'm not looking forward to that. It's going to be messy. Scratch that, I just found this. It must have been one of the bits I just took out now. It's exactly the right size.
I'm glad about that, but it does mean I've bought one more slab than I needed. It's time to cut the woods for the new base. But there is a sudden lack of power.
Let's put a 13 in, that'd be more like it. Try again.
Here we go. Soon enough, all three are done.
I've just seen that ginger and white cat again. I was trying to lure him, but I think my bait's gone off. Yeah, not supposed to be green and furry, are they?
So, the state of play is stuff everywhere.
Right, well, I think what I'm going to have to do now is have like a proper sort of massive reorganisation of everything before I can get on. I've got those joists cut and I want to get them painted today, but I also really need to cut and paint all the sort of bits of decking that I'm going to use for the piece of flooring at the back, so a lot to do.
I have to open up my temporary store to get the wood I need.
That's the wood. Those are the best bits I've got left to use for the rear part of the cabin floor, so better get those dried off and cleaned up. Oh, heaven knows what state things are in there.
Things aren't that much better out here. I rediscover my boat jerry can, bench grinder and pillar drill.
Well, it's nice to see the patio again anyway. Well, looks like I spoke a bit too soon, doesn't it? I haven't quite got my patio back yet. Or the cabin. Well, that's it for today. I've just done one other job off camera. Wasn't very savoury. I've got a pigeon sits up in that tree there, and it's been emptying itself out onto the cabin roof for the last few weeks. Just been up and cleaned it all off. Unfortunately, it's like literally burnt through my brand new 15-year shed felt, so I've covered it up with a tarp. Back to those days again for now till I figure out what to do, but I'm going to have to make repairs or possibly replace the felt again. Or do something, preferably cut that bit of tree down. But anyway, that'll do for today. See you next time.